Good morning. Good morning. Are you ready for some summertime yoga? A little tapas, a little burning. We're June 26th, a Monday here in Dallas, Texas, and we're going to be integrating some of the practices we've made this spring, and we're going to be adding on. We will be focused in the breathing. Since May 15th, we've been looking at breathing practices and applications. The breathing is that bridge between your mind, your attention, your directed attention, all of this, any the mental activity, your will, and the physical body forms. Okay, so here we go. Plant your feet down. Remind yourself, oh, it looks crooked on the screen, so I'm going to straighten that. Plant your feet down. Remind yourself we are integrating breath and attention in the body. Put your hands together. Inhale high. May all beings everywhere share this practice. Exhale wide. Inhale over the ground. Make a fist. Lock your elbows. Hold your breath in. Lift in your heart. Root lock, mid lock. Open arms. Through the mouth. Exhale. Inhale wide. Reach up high. Exhale, take the hands down to the shoulders. Lift up in your elbows. Elbows close and high. Close to your center line. Breathe it right there. May all beings everywhere know the peace at the center of creation. I am arcing. I'm lifting my spine up. I've got my gluteus muscles of my butt cheeks. They're squeezing together. And I'm lifting up. I'm awakening the front line of my body. If you think about a suspension bridge and how the lines support and lift, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for lines in the front supporting us up, breathing. The back lifts into the heart. Breathe here. My eyes look over the forehead for 3, 2, 1. Chin drops to the chest. My hands go high, way up. Fingers and thumbs wide. Jaw relax. My feet are grounded. Remember, we're working in 3 planes of movement, 3 planes of activation from the spine, earth and sky, east, west, north, and south. Isolate your fingertips, release. The wrists, release. Elbows, release. Shoulders, release. Big breath in. My knees bend, and I tilt the hips forward. Tilt them forward with me. Oh, thank you. Look what I've just received from the crepe myrtle tree. Oh, this is going to be a carpet of flowers coming up. I know that. Empty the neck. Now, did you hear that breath? Did you hear that choppy little I was closing in my throat. And we want to sensitize ourselves to this whole breath process, originating in the diaphragm. And ultimately, we want smooth inhale, exhale, but we also want to observe the way, the process of that means, you know, if the goal, if the objective is to be unlocked in the breathing and to be responsive in the breathing, it means we must recognize how we engage and disengage through that whole breath process from the diaphragm, the functional, pump of that big muscle, and its synergists up into the chest, shoulders, neck. But we also must pay attention to the vessel itself of the breath, the lungs. And the mind, no less. Your selected attention. Good, I'm sitting here in this Utkatasana, bending my knees, observing, feet, heels, down, arches lifting. That talus bone of the top of the foot, ankle pulls back through the heel, my knees are bent, my tailbone is back, my heart is forward, my arms reach way back. And let's sweep these arms up. Take your hands down to those knees. My feet are close together. I'm going to make circles with my knees. Every circle is a breath. I'm breathing through my nose. I reverse circles. Straighten and bend these knees. Can you inhale the knee forward? Exhale back. Consciously, imagine you can deliver prana. Imagine that you could inhale sunlight and direct it into your knees. With the inhale, it's like I gather prana in, directed through my hands and attention and blood and awareness into those knees. I inhale. Exhale back. Good. Rebuild. Make a little turn. If I am tall, my spine is an axis on which my torso turns. My chin and forehead turn equally. Good. Let's bend the elbows low, away from the ears. Low. And pull it back. Pull it back. That old man Kumar, in his 80s, late 80s, would make strong twisting, just like this. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 18 minutes at a time. Twisting. I am reminded today that Kumar, when he arrived in 1946, yoga was an esoteric practice from the East. Very mysterious. And Kumar would teach it wherever there was interest. He would visit the Vedanta centers in the country. There's one in Chicago, and there was one in New York, and on the West Coast. And he got involved with bodybuilding. The bodybuilding was new in America after World War II, especially on the West Coast. Release that. And Kumar began to share practices with, I don't know if you've heard of the Bragg family, and they've written books about fasting and, total body health. Or you may have heard of Baron Baptiste, the power yogi, the one who, wears the bandana. His father was a health enthusiast in the Bay Area that Kumar met in the late 1940s, early 50s. and Kumar shared practices with them. Side to side in this coronal plane, we're activating. Let's take it to one side, hips way over to one side. I'm reaching my left hip over. I'm arcing in this coronal plane left. I'm lifting in my heart. I'm lifting my left ear up into the sky. My hands reach down, my palms open forward. We want to observe the body's functions and how the joints open, how they, shoulders, you know, you can do things to your shoulders that bring impingement, and you can do movement in your shoulders that open and unlock, and that's what we want. Let's sweep this left arm through its range. I'm not just lifting my arm, I'm reaching my fingertips out, out, out. My palm is down, I sweep it back down. Turn the palm up, sweep through its range. And when you do, you activate. Take it down one more time. You activate not just the arm, but you activate the channels of strength in the joint, down, that glenohumeral joint, all the way down through your side. You activate up through into your neck in this coronal plane. Yeah, sweep it up. Turn your head, look down for 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. Turn your head. Look up at your thumb. 3, 2, 1. Over the top. Reach. Breathe. For 3, 2, 1. Reach the 2 arms away. Here's our crescent moon posture. Breathe it right there. Variation Chandrasana. 3, 2, 1. Big breath in. I exhale, I bend my knees, I revolve my shoulder, I reach way out and sweep down. Fold it down. Let's stack the hands on the knees. Reach up. The yoga practices, the asanas, are one of the 8 limbs of the practice, the physical forms. My knees are bent deeply, my hands go way back. The breathing is another one of the limbs, the pranayama. Sweep the arms up. Great, take the hands together. Elbows together, let's cross to the right. Align your forearms. I'm looking down. For this to revolve Utkatasana, to have its full benefit, you must align your feet, you must align your knees. Because you know that left knee here will pull forward. We want to activate the left glutes. Yep. Lifting the spine and then twist. And breathe it right there. Eyes down, touch the floor with those fingertips. Let's fold. Find the easy way to fold. Now, if you cannot touch the ground, that's okay. You could get a block and put your hands on a block, and you straighten one knee, you bend both. You straighten the other knee, you bend both. You can alternate to practice, right? We want to activate this anterior line into the hip and gut, pulling that to create a hollow in the lower gut, and over that hollow we can tilt the hips forward, activate the front line up through the top of the foot, knee, through the hip into that anterior line of the lumbar spine, and that lengthens. So there are these 8 limbs of the classical practice. The yoga means to yoke, to put it together. And we're yoking our breathing and our attention in the body with what they call the yamas and the niyamas. They are the ethical guidelines of the practice. The yamas are the guidelines for actions, in the world. Let's bend these knees, stack the hands. Beautiful. The niyamas are the guidelines for actions of the heart. Reach these arms back. The asanas and the pranayama. So these four, yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, sweep forward. They comprise the hatha practices, the sun and moon practices. Yes, two hands together, elbows together. Let's cross. And then there are four more limbs of the Ashtanga, four more limbs of the classical practices. Lift in your heart, align your feet and knees. Let's revolve. Leverage the elbow against the knee. Breathe and twist. Oh yeah, breathe it right there. 9. Eyes down, let's hands touch. Oh, it feels so good to fold. Bend those knees, stack it up. Push away, be tall. Let's take the hands into the glutes. My gluteus muscles squeeze. I'm going to turn sideways so that you may see. Yeah. Lift and arc. Lift it up, lift it up. I'm going to lift my face away, my chin away. I drop the chin, I lift the chin. Drop the chin, exhale. Inhale away. My eyes over the forehead. This time I lace my fingers back, my palms apart. Breathe right there. Chin down to the chest, arms reach forward. Let the hands, arms draw you forward, leverage yourself up, empty those arms. Coronal plane is this forward and back, like north and south. Yes, we've done north and south. We've done east and west, our coronal plane. Sagittal plane, did I misspeak? Sagittal plane is this forward and back. Coronal plane is the side and side. Transverse plane is the twisting. Twist a little more. Yeah, release. Good, let's do this one. Let's make some batik. Hatha practices. Yama niyama. Asana. Pranayama. The Raja practices. The second set of limbs, the 4 limbs of the Raja practice. Pratyahara. Pratyahara is to practice the awareness of the senses and to turn them inward. To turn them outward and to activate them fully, integrating them with household life, with daily life, integrated with the material world and nature and prakriti are the tantric practices, or tantric practices. Pratyahara is that point of practices bringing awareness to the senses. The senses feed the mind. I tickle my fingertips on the ground. Okay, the second set of the Ashtanga. We have the Hatha practices and the Raja practices. The Raja practices are those that involve pratyahara, turning the senses inward, dharana, is the direction of your awareness. Concentration. Dhyana is the meditation. Samadhi is the union of your awareness with the object of your awareness. 4 limbs of the Raja practice: Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. All together. Hatha Raja practices 8 limbs we call Ashtanga. This is not the Ashtanga of Patabi Joyce. Good, bring that up. Release. These are classical practices. Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Okay, we're going to make I'm going to hop. Start this. And just see where we can go today. Stay with it. Breathe it. My feet are grounded. My legs, femur bones level. I feel, how can I feel my feet more completely? How can I draw my hips forward, tailbone forward, lift vertical in the spine, long neck, happy arms, eyes fix on a point and gaze out in front of me. Right. And let's breathe it right here. Smooth breathing. The cicadas are out. Can you hear them buzzing? The mourning doves are out. The cardinal, that's a cardinal up there. I'm holding. If you need to exit, it's A-okay. Find a way to stand up with your breath, but when you do, shake it out and come back down and continue to join me. How we enter and how we exit. Every posture is significant. Using the breath, we are operating from the principles of Sthira, Sukha, and Dukkha. Continuous persistence, effortless effort, undistressed, vigilant practice. This is what we're after. And in this way, we begin to sensitize ourselves to what is still and what moves. We want to observe stillness. And one of the primary purposes of all of the asana, of all of the pranayama, the breathing and the physical work, is to be still and to allow yourself to move. It is not about the technique. It is not about that virtuosity. It is about the virtuosity of life, your life. Good, we've got less than 30 seconds here. Breathe it. We've got our sthura, stability, strength, alignment, balance, wholeness, and breath. Sukha, our effortless effort. And dukkha, our limitations. Yes. Good. All right. Make a little turn. Come up. Three moves for the feet. Outside ridge of each foot. Push down, grip, not fast. I mean, not long with this. We're going to grip it, lift it up, and press the hands for 3, 2, 1. Straighten and lock those elbows best you can. Yes, because it changes your back. And let it breathe as you lift. Take it down. Feet separate. Parallel feet. I roll to the inside ridge. The big toes down. All of the other toes lift up away from the ground. It's kind of a weird, old-fashioned Jerry Lewis Nutty Professor type of stance. I align my ankles, my tailbone, my shoulders, and my ears in my coronal plane. I push down and I sweep up. Let's breathe it right there. Let's breathe 9. Take it down. My left foot plants, I ground. I drag my right foot forward, my toes down, and I push away. Push, push, push and hold. Breathe it right there. Be tall. Find your coronal plane. Be strong in the ankles. Breathe 9. Take it down. Beautiful. Second side. My right leg plants down. My left foot glides forward on the tops of the toes. My toes are pointing backwards on that left foot. I push away, push away, push away. Activate the strength. Activate the strength. Yeah. Breathe, push. 9, Bhastrika. And down. Now, if the breathing originates in this gut, our daily lives condition us to breathe with the upper chest, shoulders, and neck. And as we have acquired language as an infant, we become conditioned to the breathing patterns of our parents, our mothers and fathers, our little brothers and sisters, our little friends. And in so doing, we begin to mask breathing, to mask our experience, to begin creating our personas, that is the mask in the world that we present to everyone, so that we might find connection with other people, right? A fundamental drive that we have as humans is to be connected with other people. But also then we have this opposite drive, and that is for your authentic individuality, your uniqueness. Yeah, ground. And it is this persona that we share with the world that we often mistake for the truth of our identity. Ground. And it is not separate from your breathing practices. All right? We want to unlock the breathing. So let's make a good lion's breath, okay? You know this one. We're going to push all of the breath out, and we want a smooth exhale. You might notice how the breath can sometimes be choppy. This is a reflection of the nervous system. The breathing is a direct way we can observe qualities of the nervous system. Let's inhale up. Exhale. Good, look how easy that was, okay? You can exhale everything out. You can stick your tongue out, jaw drops open, your eyes open, fix your eyes on a single point. And this time we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to squeeze every bit of drop, Kumar would say, every drop of breath out. Push away, here we go. Exhale, inhale wide. Exhale. And as we practice, we want to observe how we begin and how we end. We want to observe the strength in the beginning of our movement, through its range, and we want to observe our strength at the end of the movement, in our full extensions or contractions. Make a little turn. We are accustomed to operating with the strength within a narrow band, a medial band of strength. If your muscle is this long, whatever, imagine your muscle is this long, whatever it is. And the end of the muscle attaches the tendon to the bone. We have like this band of strength in the middle of that muscle that is our normal usage. We want to activate the strength all the way out to the distal edges into the tendon of that muscle, right? We want the whole range of muscle to be active. And likewise, whatever move we're making, we want to observe then the sthura, the strength, balance, wholeness, alignment, and balance with breath. As we initiate movement, and also as we find its full expression in opposition. Good. One more lion's breath. Inhale. Push it out. Good. When you find yourself in strength, in your posture, with oppositions, holding, activating the breath fully through its range, fixing your eyes on a point, you begin to touch this vessel of the body, the vessel of the muscles, the vessel of the nervous system itself. That's what you wish to awaken. All right, let's do one more set of breath. Nauli, more advanced practice. I want you to exhale everything out, 90%, 95% out, so no force. Exhale, engage root lock, engage mid lock, engage upper lock. All together we call Mahabant. Each posture, many variations, and there are many variations of Mahabant. Very beautiful seated Mahabant for meditation. We're standing though, and we're going to activate everything, get those locks, pull this diaphragm back to the spine and underneath the ribs, underneath that heart. Pull it back, hold it. If we can do that, we will add on count, okay? Count your hold. I don't care how fast or slow you count it, but just get a number so that you're familiar with your count, all right? Here we go. I'm inhaling up. Exhale. Lock it. Right. Notice your eyes. Notice your skin. Notice internally. I'm going to add on. I'm going to push the breath out. Lock, Mahabant. And then I'm going to imagine those muscles I could pull back and touch this posterior surface of my abdominal shell. If I could pull that all the way back. I'm squeezing and compressing all the internal organs. Of course, that affects the blood flow. It's like a sponge internally that we're squeezing everything out, and then we let it open and dilate. The blood changes. We're activating all of these internal organs. Pull back, push out. Looks like this. Here we go. Push the breath out. Inhale up. Exhale, get your locks. Pull back, lock it. Now, don't force it. But you know that you're on the right track, really. When you have created that vacuum, you do your pumping, and then you unlock low up, and that breath drops into that vacuum that you've created. You can feel it when it drops in deeply, and that's what we're looking for. All right? Come on, let's do this one more time. Nauli. We're not working the end of the Nauli, we're working the introduction to Nauli. Yeah, I want you to step it through. Inhale up. Exhale. Push it out, push it out. Lock it. I made 36 pumps of my gut. We're going to do one more. If you do 36, you can step to the next level. You can step to the next level and find comfort in that next beginning. So this time we're going to inhale, exhale, lock, root lock, mid lock, upper lock, hold Mahabandh. I'm going to pull back. And this time I'm going to, if I'm pulling way back, I'm going to imagine that the muscles on the right side of my abdominal shell could scoop back against the posterior, sweep it in a scoop forward, and then scoop it back. So the muscle action will be to scoop it back, scoop it forward. Then we do the second side. Internally, scoop it back, scoop it forward. So we begin to turn one side at a time. Turn one side, turn the other side. Here we go. Push all of the breath out. Inhale up. Exhale. Lock it. Very nice. Make a little turn. You've got to really grip and make your claw with your hands and activate each side as you scoop. I'm going to step back, Padottanasana. Breathe. Adjust yourself. I am engaging my legs. I am gripping. I am going to square my hips forward, aligning my navel over the length of my left leg. Tailbone down. Lift up in the spine. Let's inhale it up once. Now, I'm going to tilt my hips. I'm going to tilt. Maybe you just go here. That's okay. Maybe you just go here. That's okay too, but keep the form in the low body. I'm going to reach out over the ground. Good. Melt the arms. Maybe you touch the upper thigh or the knee. That's okay. Maybe you touch your shin. Maybe you touch your ankle. My left leg is long, so I'm going to grip my right hand on that big toe. My left hand, it goes to my neck. And I exhale, the hips tilting down. Inhale up, exhale, the hips tilting down. Inhale up, exhale, tilt the hips. 54 of these. The elbow toward. That has been intuitive breathing, Bastrika. As I exhale, the folded compression of the lungs exhales out. Now here, I'm holding and breathing 54, stabilized. Here we go. Beautiful. My hands stabilize my body. I revolve up in my heel. Let's step. Push away. Be tall. Second side. You know, when you really want to grow with the practices, with the physical forms and the asanas, it does take time. I'm grounding my left foot. I'm squaring. I'm lifting. My tailbone is down. I'm going to fold. Yeah, and lift. Let's inhale this up. Find the coronal plane. My hips, my shoulders, ears, and arms align. And I'm going to tilt that forward. Now, wherever you go, maybe you're here, maybe you're higher, maybe you're lower. I don't care where you are. Find your hands on the leg. Step your hands down. Wherever you go, maybe your knee, maybe your shin, ankle. My right foot is forward, so I'm gripping with my left hand onto that big toe. My thumb is up. My right hand goes to my neck. I tilt my hips, lengthen the spine. You know, we wish to protect the discs of the back. 54 of these. And breathe and hold 54. Beautiful. Stabilize those hands. Push away. Remember how we revolved in with the knees? Do that. So this is an area for me that I have not fully activated. Press down, not just with the feet, but internally rotate these legs, gripping that, gripping that, gripping that, gripping that. Tailbone down. Lift it up. Breathe. Let's stay here, 108 breaths. Feel where you are. Feel where you are. Push down. Knees down. Beautiful. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to put pressure on my toes and pivot my heels in. Put pressure down in the heels. Pivot the toes in. Pivot, 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 pivot. Nice. Yeah, we're going to come down to these blocks here in a second. Come on down to all fours. On all fours. Chakravakasana. Breathe. Activate these wrists, wide fingers and thumbs. Check the second digit of your thumb so it's long and straight, not bent, okay? Not hooked in. Rock it forward and back. Feel the distribution of weight in the wrists. Palms, side to side. Let's rock. Let's make circles of the heart, shoulders, and face over the floor. Reverse direction. Easy. Very nice. Can you lift your thumbs off of the mat and lock your elbows? Can you roll up into your fingers? Can you hold? Down and up, down and up, down and up. If you can, maybe you need to isolate one hand, alternating, keeping your elbows locked. That's okay. But if you can, come up to bear weight in the fingers and into the ridge of the palm where the fingers join. The distal ends of the carpal bones of the hand. Yes. Good. Feel that. You could stay there if you want more. Kick it back. Plank. If you want more, kick it, step it. Downward dog. Beautiful. Take the knees down, touch the palms down. Beautiful. Make a fist with each hand. We're going to activate the wrist down, bearing weight, wide fingers and thumb. Locked elbows right and left. If you can bear weight in one hand, bring it back to a fist. Can you bear weight in the wrist of the opposite hand? Breathe. Let the breath unlock. Sometimes we'll go, and that we think is our strength, but no, we need to breathe. Bring it back up. Now you could alternate, bearing as much or as little weight in the wrists. Elbows locked. Maybe you do both hands at the same time. If you can do both, hold. My fingertips touch. Locked elbows. Yes, if you can do that, hold. Can you kick back to your plank? Breathing. Can you step the hands forward? Downward dog. Elbows locked. Knees down. Let's unfold. Yes, breathe that. Make circles of the heart, shoulders, and face over the mat. Reverse direction. Last of these. Oh, goodness sakes. Time goes so fast. Touch your pinky fingers together. Touch the fingertips down by the knee. We're going to rock. Rock it. Yes, right here. I'm going to make circles. My heart, shoulders, face over the mat. Reverse. Good. I step my hands out and I rock this forward and back. I rock it side to side. If you're doing this with locked elbows and surface of the hands flat, you will feel the action not just in the hands and wrists, but all the way up through the channels of strength, through your arms, into the shoulders and neck, into the spine. Good. I kick it back if you want. If you want more, you kick it back to your plank. Breathe there. I'm breathing oddly because of the mosquitoes. I'm blowing the mosquitoes away. I'm breathing right here. If I'm in my plank, I'm lifting the front of my body into my back. Can I step? How can I step? Activate. Draw back. Good. Unfold. Unfold. Vajrasana. Bend your elbows. I release my wrists. Do you remember earlier how I said, everything is about dilation and contraction? Right when we began? It's like filling and emptying. It is engagement and disengagement. Here, I practice disengagement of my wrists. Empty the wrists. My forearm and shoulder are slightly engaged, but my wrists are empty. I release my wrists. I shake my forearms side to side. I'm emptying my wrists. I shake up and down. Good. My palms face each other. I shake my forearms side to side. Empty the wrist. I face the palms. I shake my forearms up and down. My hands and wrists go for a ride. Beautiful. All right. Our time is about expired, but we're going to work this. Okay? I'm going to make a V with the blocks. With my exhale, I place my elbows into my solar plexus. That's the point. You know where that is. If my diaphragm is directly under my ribs, that central point of the diaphragm, an important point, connects all the way back to the spine. And this point back to the spine activates down to the toes, it activates up to the fingertips and eyes. We're going to enter this peacock posture, Mayurasana. I take a breath. As I exhale, my elbows go toward the center. I step my feet back. I lift in my heart. Wide legs to begin. Lift one leg up. Breathe. Down. Other leg up. And down. Both legs up. Together. Good. Well, that's a little better than it was a month ago. Oh, it's progressing, it's advancing. Oh, good. I've not practiced these in years, so thank you for joining me as I reacquire practices. And if you acquire the practices with steady persistence, you will own these for your life, not just for a season or just how you're thinking today. You will own these, and you'll have the confidence to re-enter at any time in your life, regardless of surgery, regardless of some terrible accident or illness, or just for whatever reason, the demands of your life, maybe you have to lay off for a while. This is life. And the practices are here to serve your life, not to, I mean, if you're an Olympic gymnast, the practices can help you too, you know, or a martial artist that wants to advance, or these are directions and goals, objectives toward virtuosity. But the greatest virtuosity is claiming the practice, understanding your body and how it opens and how it closes, how it receives information, how the mind can operate. And this is perhaps the most valuable. Lie down on your back. Tuck your knees and rock. We have to close up. Tuck your knees and rock. Put one hand on each knee. And let yourself rock side to side. The back of the head is on the ground. Pulling the back of the head down onto the ground. Side to side, you rock. You must let that head turn with your shoulders. Otherwise, you're stuck in your head. Let your attention move down into your body. Lower centers, we're activating. And we're not merely activating them separately, we are integrating. Yeah, bravo. Bring it back to the center. Can you rock long from your feet back to your shoulders and your neck? You want your neck to be happy. That's number one. If your neck is not happy, don't do it. Feel where you're going. And you would need to consult, if you're having difficulties with your neck or shoulders specifically, I'd say before advancing in it, consult a teacher in your presence, not just online. That's really the best. All right, there's no substitute for a teacher. I mean, the screen is beautiful. Thank God for the technologies. But one-on-one practice is where the real action is. All right, if you're there, rocking, can you roll up into your shoulder stand? Neck is happy, that's number one. The shoulders bear your weight. The chin and chest are close. The chest lifts up to the chin. The neck is long. The hands placed symmetrically in your back. If your knees are bent, yes, now lengthen those knees, straighten those knees, toes point up into the sky. You want a vertical line. Now, it's not common to have a vertical line at first. You know, there's this bend at the hips, the feet over the head. That's okay. Start there. But activate these locks, hold, grip, draw the hips forward. This neck will lengthen. Do not force your neck. But as your neck is happy, the pose will be happy, okay? And you'll be able to enter more deeply. Lift up in that shoulder stand. Breathe with me, easily. Push all the breath out, nose only. Inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath in. Exhale and release. Bend your knees over your forehead. Place your palms down on your mat. Plow. Extend those legs out. Can your feet touch the ground? Can you articulate down through your spine? Head down, shoulders down. Can you move into your upward bow? Or if you prefer easier, your fish. I'm going to make an upward bow with you. We've got to close up our practices. I'd like to also just have you begin to look. These hour sessions are available. However, I'm composing smaller units so that you can pop in and pop out. 9 minutes or less. We'll look for that. Lift up in your hips. From my bridge, I place my hands. With my hands placed, I'm going to inhale up. So I push the breath out. Inhale. In the nose, out the mouth. Elbows in, articulate down, go to your corpse pose. With every breath, I pushed my legs straight. Leave your body alone down in your corpse pose. Touch nothing. Do not let your fingers or your toes or the top of your head touch the wall or the blocks or a chair or furniture or animals. Leave your body alone and be still. I'm opening to a random selection from our Book of Wise Guys. Vimalatakar says this to us. Every bondage is galling. Whether it is a bondage of the senses, a bondage of the mind, or a bondage of the vital force. Limitations, torment. Life can become like a noose tightened around the neck. The essence of bondage. And that is what lies at the bottom of human restlessness. Bondage. And we all want to be liberated. All of life moves in that direction. All right, stretch your own stretch. Come up and sit. No extra breathing. We did a lot of good breath practices today, from your lion to your nauli, various bastrikas, bellows breathing in posture, right? Guided breath delivery, nyasa. Good. Take your hands together. This is for your heart. Unlock your heart. Identify it. Lift it up. Inhale. Exhale wide. Inhale over the ground. Make a fist. Lock it. Hold the breath in. Through the mouth, we exhale. Inhale wide. Back to your heart, stabilize. Beautiful. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. 9 minutes or less. That's going to be the content coming up. We'll continue these, of course, but slowly I will be adding the 9 minutes or less. So I hope you can join me in that. Namaste.